Come on in. I'm getting myself together. I have some projects I'm trying to work on. And I thought I'd get on and work on these projects while I just kind of do a little crochet chat. If you don't know who I am, I'm Deborah, and I'm the hands behind Taylor's Yarn Creation. So on tonight, let's get this on the road. All that's going on. I am multitasking. I have multiple projects I'm working on simultaneously. I finally finished the little Komori. I'll show you it here. Look. The only thing I need now is the little head thing here. Let me see. I thought I brought it with, it's up here somewhere. Hold on. I'm going to change it out. The one that I made, I think it's a little too thick for the head. So there, it has a little devil tail. Turned out really good. I did have to reach out to the pattern designer because some parts wasn't as clear. Some things you just have to kind of get a feel for what it was. I'm trying to find my. Well, the only thing I've needed is this, the little skeleton on her head. But isn't she just perfect? You know, black picks up a lot of stuff, but I'll get that off. So that's done. Almost done. Put that up there. And I have other projects I'm working on. I have this cute little flower. I need to sew it on. Isn't that cute? I was thinking about putting something in the middle there. I think I may put something fancy in the middle. I don't know. Not this, but something in the middle to kind of bring it out a little bit. I think I have some buttons that can help bring this out. But it's a flower. It's really cute. This pattern is probably one of the best patterns I have seen written in a long, long time. So I'm making a hat for a toddler, like a little bucket hat, and it comes with this cute little flower. So tonight I'm going to be sewing on that flower. And this bucket hat, it can be worn multiple ways. It can be where you have the hat like this. This hat comes in multiple sizes. It can be worn kind of like this, where it's kind of down in the back with the little flower. It can be worn all the way up. Like I said, this is for the size. This is they have it listed as a toddler, which is ages 1 through 10. That, and then I'll put the little, isn't that just, this is just adorable. I'm telling you. So tonight I'm going to finish that. And then I started a white one. I'm going to be working on that tonight. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I've been crocheting these little frogs. Look at that. These little guys. Oh, they're falling. Well, anyway, I have these. And the only, with this is almost finished. He just needs to have his little mouth added to it. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to be doing a lot of these. I estimate I did a little, one is missing. He fell away. He hopped away somewhere down here. Let me see if I can get him. Hold on. Let me get this little frog. I don't want to lose him. Don't want to lose him. So I have 4 of these. I'm going to be making quite a bit. This one just needs, they need their mouth and the little cheeks. This works out really fast. Really cute. Let me see if I can put it on something. Here's a little board that they can rest on. Because when I put them in my hand, they fall off. So I'm going to be doing quite a bit of these over the week. Isn't that just cute? The little frog family. I'm going to be doing different colors. So that is what I've been working on this week. And I'm going to, like I say, I think I'm going to finish this hat tonight. And then I'm going to go ahead and I got a lot of yarn tail. I am going to, after that, work a little bit on this hat, which I'm making 2 hats in that with the same pattern. Like I say, it's a really good pattern. I probably will do several hats because we have Easter coming. So I'm making some for little girls. I'm making some for adults. I think I have too much string, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. I probably need to make an announcement more to my YouTube channel when I come live. But some days, today was kind of busy, so I didn't get a chance to really set anything in stone. I kind of wanted to get on just a little bit earlier, but this is a good time as well. This turned out so cute. Love this pattern. Love the way, the detail of this designer. She did a fantastic job. Just fantastic. Like I say, I don't get too many. A lot of people write patterns and not too many take the detail that this person did. Let me see. It's just really a nice pattern. So let me go ahead and proceed with getting this flower attached to the hat. And then we'll go ahead and crochet a little bit. The weather's finally breaking. The time is off, I'm sure, for a lot of people. But we'll get through this. Maybe one day they'll decide whether we're going to go and keep this time as it is or if we're going to keep playing every year back and forth. The one thing I did love about Arizona was in Arizona, they stayed with one time. I love that. I love not having to worry about turning the clock back and forth and back and forth. I didn't miss the snow until I missed the snow, if that makes any sense. So when it's summer pretty much all year long, not summer, but it's not too many different seasonal changes. Every once in a while when I got there, it was raining a little bit and people were worried, but I thought it was so refreshing. It was just refreshing. I didn't realize that the desert people didn't like the seasonal changes as much. So when I got there, kind of started missing the snow a little bit. You do kind of miss the seasons if you're in an area where there's a lot of season changes. I'm working on trying to stabilize my internet connection as well. So we will see. We will see. My nieces are pretty much all grown up, but I think that people still like to dress their little girls. I probably could make a hat still for them if they I don't know if they I don't think my nieces wear hats. So, but I think on Easter it's going to be a lot of little girls that's going to be all dressed up in their cute little dresses. Be nice to have a little hat that they can throw on. This is made with 100% mesmerized cotton yarn, so it's really one of the top quality type yarns. Of course, it's made with my favorite yarn, the Lion brand. Hint, hint. Lion brand 24/7, not sponsored, but one day maybe I can brag and boast on the beauty of this yarn. So, isn't that cute? This is gorgeous. I just love that. Like I said, I may put a little bling bling in the middle of this flower. We'll see. Just want to work on this a little bit tonight. And I think it should be fixed pretty good. But this hat is super cute. I'm going to be making a lot of pastels. I think I'm trying to make one in maybe like a green, a yellow. I'm working on the white one, so we'll see. You can make them in different sizes, adult sizes. This is a little too small for me. But we'll see. And that is almost finished. Trying to tie some knots on back here on the back of the hat. Get that fastened real good. We will see. So today wasn't too bad. Yesterday wasn't bad. It rained in the night, which makes for good sleeping weather. I'm going to fasten this off. So, and what I like about this hat is it's so cute. Isn't it cute? You can wear it like that. You want to wear it like if she wants to wear it down, up, or if she wants to just wear it as a bucket hat. It's cute. Beautiful pink. And I see someone's on. I'm going to show you my little frog family. I don't know how big these are, but I'm going to be making about 50 of these. So I have 46 more. I'm going to be making different colors. I'm trying to see if I have my measuring tape. I think they're about a half an inch. They're not real big. They're real tiny. They can be keychains. No, I need to do a little mouth and the little cheeks, and that's finished. But I'm going to be making 46 of those, and I've kind of given myself a time. I did a little timing on it. Just kind of took my time. They take me about 25 minutes to make. So I'm not going to really charge my hourly rate. I think I'm just going to kind of gauge how much. I don't think I would charge too much for these. It didn't take a lot of yarn. It didn't take a lot of time. I think maybe $2. Some people probably would charge more because it's little, but I just want them out. I'm not looking to try to make no big buck on them. If I made 50 of them and I charge $2. That's $100. I'm going to make my money back even if I don't add in my hourly rate. I don't charge myself an hourly rate. I base it on what I think I would want to pay for something. Like this is made with 100% mesmerized yarn. It's a toddler hat. I probably would charge maybe between $20, $25 for this because of the yarn type. The yarn type is not really that expensive, but it's the beauty of the stitch and the flower that comes with it. And then, like I say, I'm going to put something kind of bling bling right in there to bring it out a little bit. And I think that's something that's fair because I'm sure if you bought these in a consignment shop or in a store, it probably will be a lot more. Oh, since you're on here, look at. Only thing I need to do is to do the little skull, the pink skull. And I had made one, but I think it's a little too thick. So I made a second one and I have to find it. But it has a little devil tail. It has a little wire in the tail. In the tail. Look at that. And this was supposed to be a gift, but I'm probably not going to give this one away because I think I mentioned on the last video about how the yarn is kind of fuzzy. So even though this is still nice, I'm not going to give it as a gift. I'm going to definitely sell it, but I'm not going to give it as a gift. So let me see what else I need to do with this. I think this is good. I want to snip this little piece up here, the top of the hat. And this hat is finished. I'm going to make a, there it is. I just need to do the skeleton face, but I think this is a little too thick. It's supposed to be like on the head. And so I'm going to change that one out. But I want to keep these two together so I don't lose it. Put that on my little table over here. Still. Stay up there. You start talking to them like they understand what you're saying. So I'm going to finish this. Make sure this is sealed just right. And go from there. Then, like I say, I'm going to work on this crochet hat and call it a night. I just wanted to kind of get on this Sunday. We'll see. I'm trying to be more disciplined with my time because I find that I can spend hours creating and I really need to be getting other things done. I do have a deadline for these various projects. So I'm going to be figuring out a way, something to do with that. So put that up there. And let's work on this hat. I'm on the part where it curls down, a solid white one with a beautiful white flower. It's going to be really nice. See how many rows I've done so far. So I'm on row 13, 14. I'm on row 14, just finished 13. And I'm using again 100% mesmerized, mercenized. Let me see. I'm saying the wrong thing because I know I'm a little tired. Make sure I'm saying this right. Mercerized. Let me don't be saying mesmerized. That's like I'm hypnotized. Let me say it right. And the on this mercerized cotton. I need to look up that what that means. Is that a special kind of cotton? Mercerized? Is it washed in something? Is it pressed? So I'm gonna do a couple of these rows. And like I say, I'm not gonna be on here too terrible long. I will have the video up for those who want to watch the replay. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know the next time I upload a video or the next time I go live. I'm trying to aim for Sunday, late afternoon, evenings. I haven't really found a consistent time for now. I may do one. I may start doing some during the week. It just depends on whether or not I have the time because I do some other things. So, but I do need to find a that sweet spot. I could come on during the week in the evenings, but it just depends. Sometimes I don't like to be up here. I guess with the sun staying out longer, I may be able to come up here more because it probably won't be going getting dark. I don't like sometimes I don't know why I don't like being up here when it's late. I guess I just feel so isolated. During the day, it's not a problem. But at night, I feel like I should be just downstairs. It's not bad being up here. But if I'm recording, I like to if I'm up here and I'm not recording on the video or anything, then I like to have on something where I'm watching something or listening to something. Talking to a computer, not always my cup of tea, y'all. And then sometimes while I love to have the company, I'm like watching and missing stitches. That's why I like to, this time I have something where I don't have to count. Just keep going around and around until I get the number of rows that I need. Like if I were to do these little frogs, it wouldn't work. But I want to thank my new subscribers. I want to thank those who have been with me for a long time. Thank you guys. I really appreciate every like. I read every comment if you make any. I'm super excited to get to know you more. Maybe if you can join me on late Sundays, if you have something you'd like me to work on with you, let's do that. I want to do some more tutorials soon. And I'm trying to do another market prep. So this is what I'm working on for my market prep. A couple really nice hats. They don't take long. These hats don't normally take long. I think I made that pink one in just a couple hours. It's a toddler size. We were driving, so by the time we got home, I had pretty much finished the hat. All I need to do was work on the flower. And because it was my first time really making the hat, it always takes a little bit longer. And then the more you work on the same thing over and over, you get faster and faster, I think. Like right now, I think those little frogs take me about 25 minutes to make. But I think the more I make them, the faster I'm probably going to get. And who knows? If I can make one in 20 minutes, that'd be great. So just time is important. Investing your time, trying to use it wisely. I think that's why sometimes I don't make like clothing. I'll make it sometimes for other people, but I think because it takes so long to finish the project, because I like to work on other things. If it's something that's kind of like a blanket or something that's going to take a long time, I like to put it down for a little bit and then work on something else. Put it down and work on something else. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up. So I love to hear what you're working on. Even if you watch the replay, let me know what you're working on. What's your favorite project, the best project you worked on? Are you still working on something now? I mean, like this, the little Komori, her body didn't take that long. The longest part for me was the face because there was no really set instructions on how to make that face. So it took me a little time, and I guess I wanted to do it as close to it as possible, the face. It's kind of hard when you have to kind of guess, so I wish the instructions had a little bit more. Then there were some things that was missing. Like the collar, I didn't know that I was trying to crochet the whole collar in one round, but each point on that Komori, the collar is separate. So I reached out to the designer, and she told me that I was to cut at the end of each pointed collar piece. Something that's kind of important to add. And I understand because sometimes as a pattern designer, we don't always think about the instructions for the other person. How can I do it where it's as clear as possible for my for the person that's coming to buy it, my customer? Sometimes we can just crochet and just don't think about, just make the assumption that they know to chain one at the end of the row and then turn. Well, sometimes it's not as obvious. Sometimes we just make the assumption that when I say, finish this and now you work on the second part, that I told them to cut the base or cut the yarn, weave in the ends, and then start on the second. Those are just little things. And I'm sure you can get, probably you can get people to help you with your pattern, but it also depends on their skill level. You can point things out, they can point things out, and sometimes if they're too seasoned in their crochet skills, they're not going to say, hey, you forgot to do chain one, turn. Where somebody is a beginner may be like, okay, I'm at the end of the row, what do I do? And I think having a tech editor is probably good, but I've never used one. So I guess I would have to try to reach out to someone who does the tech editing just to see if perhaps there's something that I find useful in the future. But as crochet designer, sometimes I know for me, I just want to get the pattern out. I did it. We'll find out the mistakes later. And that's not good because you don't want your customer coming back to you saying, hey, what did you mean by this? And now you have to backtrack. Sometimes if they don't buy the pattern, or somebody else may never say anything, and then they buy the pattern 2 years down the road, or a year down the road, 6 months down the road, 3 months down the road, and you're like, I don't know what I did. So haste can make waste. I can see how many rows I've got. I think I have to do 25 rounds, and then this works up real fast. Like I say, the 25 rounds, and you have just a little bit more to go. This pattern designer is excellent. This is something you think you want me to share, I can definitely share the pattern designer with you. So just leave a comment. Let me know. I'm not sharing the pattern because it's paid for. But if you like to buy a pattern, This is an excellent pattern. She's really good. Let me see what's her name. I'll tell you. Excellent, excellent, excellent pattern. It's wonderful. And I really mean that. I think I've already put a good compliment on her thing. Her name. Why don't they put their names on here? Oh my gosh. The pattern was written in 2016. I don't know what the person's name is. They just have the pattern. Well, sorry. I don't know who the person is. They just have the pattern 2016 US American version flower hat. So be sure to put your name on a pattern, okay? If you write a pattern, put your name on there so that I can give you credit. If I have to go and search through my patterns just to find your pattern name, that's not good. I would love to give this person credit, but they don't even have their pattern name on here. Yes, she did in 2016, probably something she didn't even think to put on there. And I was going to try to buy some more of her patterns, but I didn't like any of the others. But this one is beautiful. Well written. And I like well-written patterns. Makes life so much easier. But this one was probably one of the better ones, especially when it comes to hats. And God knows I have a lot of patterns. Box full. I got them on my computer. I need to start doing a purge of my patterns. And the ones I'm going to use more than once, I will keep them in a special folder. And the ones that I don't plan to use right away, I will probably organize them in a flash drive or a folder of some sort. Have you ever organized your patterns? Maybe there's something I can share how I do my patterns or what I'm going to do to organize my patterns so I can find them again. Because we have seasonal patterns, you know, the Christmas, and then you have the Thanksgiving and the Easter and the Valentine's. Have bear patterns. I have a lot of amigurumi patterns. I have a few clothing patterns, not too much. I kind of found my niche and then I didn't find it. So been on it for a little bit, not too long. So it's coming out nicely. Thank you. With the little white flower. I have a nice white flower. I'm going to put some bling in the middle of that flower. It's going to be so cute. Like I say, I probably sell this hat for $25, $30, depending on what that bling in the middle of the hat looks like. $18 rows, and I have to get to 25. 25. Let me see. I think I'm going to time myself while I'm talking to you guys. I want to see how long it takes me to do a round. I have my phone up here. I'm going to get me a stopwatch. And then I'm not going to, like, if I mess up, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to, like, try to really rush and do, I'm not going to rush through it. I'm just going to crochet like I normally would were I to do something like that. Let's see. Where is my little clock? Right there. Stopwatch. Let me reset this. Okay, I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to time myself to see how long it takes me to do a row. If I mess up, I'm just going to do it just like I would if I were to just sit down and do a row. Ready, set, go. And just talk and try not to look at that clock. Because, you know, sometimes we be trying to race the clock. No, I'm not going to race it. I'm just going to crochet like I would if I were sitting in front of a TV or talking to someone that was next to me, or if we were in a room together and we were crocheting. I'm not gonna go slow. I'm just gonna crochet the way I would normally crochet. And sometimes you can go faster. You know, some days you just crochet faster. I find that when I'm sleepy, I start making all kinds of mistakes. I started going crocheting in the same stitch, and that's not gonna work. And I know I'm not necessarily a slow crocheter, but I'm not the fastest because I do kind of like to make sure that I'm paying attention to what I'm doing and not trying to rush through. So this will, it's funny. I kind of think like, okay, if it takes me this long, like it took me 25 minutes to do a little frog. And I said, okay, that means in an hour I can do 2 frogs. Well, I think eventually it'll get faster. But for now, I can say, okay, it takes me 25 minutes to do 2 frogs. If that makes it about an hour to do 2 frogs. So if I need to do 50 frogs, it's going to take me about 50 minutes or 50 hours. 50 hours, not 50 minutes. 50 hours. Am I doing it right? No, 50 minutes. See, I'm getting tired. It'll take me about 50 minutes, which is about an hour, to do a frog. So I'm going to need 50 minutes to do a frog, which 24 hours is in a day. So it'll take me about 2 days. Okay, I stop. 2 minutes and 21 seconds, 97. And that's how long it took me. Now, granted, I did stop and I started talking. So I may be able to do it faster than 2 minutes, but for now, I'll do that. Let me try it again. Let me zip my lips and see how long it takes me to do one. So I know it takes me about 2 minutes to do a row so far. 2 minutes, 21 seconds. Let me try it again. And I will still talk, but I won't be looking into the camera. Set, go. So, not trying to go any faster, just doing what I normally would if I was sitting at home. I don't have to count, which is the great part about this when you're working in rounds. And you know, once you've maxed out, like the first round, you do 6 stitches, 6 single crochet stitches, then you kind of continue to increase along the way. So this is the full width of the hat. And if it was an adult size hat, it probably would take me longer. But this can kind of give me an estimate about how long it would take me to do so many rows. And in this particular case, I am doing the base of the hat. So I have multiple rows to crochet in the same stitch. We will see how long that works. And the yarn tries to tangle. Get yourself together, Mr. Yarn, Mrs. Yarn. This yarn is really soft and smooth, easy to work with. It doesn't have any little fluffiness. What is it? A little fuzz to it. I really like that about this yarn. No fuzz. It really looks rich looking. Really rich. It has some really nice colors. So I have a whole bunch of this yarn. Hopefully I have the colors that I need. If not, we'll see. Okay, that's it. Stop. I beat my time a little bit. 2 minutes, 13 seconds. So I beat my time by a couple seconds. So I do know that it takes me about 2 minutes to do a row. And let me see how many rows I have so far. I'm racing against my own self. So I have 5 more rows. I'm at 20. So 5 more rows to finish the base of this hat. 5 times 2 minutes. 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I should be finished with the base of this hat. And I think for now, I'm going to call it a night and go ahead and finish this up. Until next time, turn on your notifications. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let's see you